There are certain mistakes that we as real estate agents keep making when we're selecting our next CRM. And unfortunately, these mistakes can cost us hundreds into thousands of hours. And that's not even mentioning the thousands of dollars that it costs you to have the CRM, but also the thousands of dollars in lost revenue. So let's take a close look at the top 7 mistakes real estate agents are making when they're choosing their CRM. The very first mistake is not establishing our personal needs. We're not taking the time to really think and list out what we actually need in our CRM. This very same issue happens with real estate agents that go on to hire a virtual assistant. They put the cart before the horse and get very frustrated when they don't have any task for their virtual assistant, and they expect the virtual assistant to know and do everything without the agent ever communicating with them. And I know that sounds silly, but that's how we as real estate agents sometimes act. Same thing happens here when we jump into a CRM and don't have a defined list of things that we actually want the CRM to do. We don't ask ourselves, do I need an IDX website from the CRM? Do I need this CRM to do transaction management? Do I need this CRM to send out emails? So the best thing that you can do here is create a list of non-negotiables and also a list of nice to haves. Really establish the functionality that you actually need and you'll actually use with your CRM. Have that level of clarity because it's going to help you with mistake number 2, which mistake number 2 is not researching CRM options. Since we don't have clarity on what we're actually looking for, what we're actually trying to solve for, it becomes very difficult for us to actually do research. The typical research then just becomes going to CRM websites and looking at the price, and then us making a decision solely on how much it's going to cost us to have that CRM, regardless of the functionality, regardless of the features, regardless of everything. Or better yet, since we love shortcuts and we also really love referrals, we go to Facebook groups and ask the most common question in real estate, and that's what's the best CRM to use? And guess what happens next? You're going to get millions of opinions on which CRM is the best to go with. Now, it's okay to get feedback, but what's even better feedback is seeing how other real estate agents are utilizing that CRM. Now, assuming they're not an affiliate to that CRM, they're going to tell you the good and the bad. And when you go to the CRM websites directly, go ahead and contact them and schedule a demo and ask the specific questions that you need answers for. Now, again, this is something that we can't do unless we have clarity on what we need in the first place. So let's make sure we create our list and then going out and asking the questions we need answers to. Now, the third mistake that we real estate agents make when we're choosing our CRM is actually skipping the introduction. That's right, when we're actually starting with our CRM, we automatically go into inputting all of our information in there and then just trying to get it as functional as possible, as quickly as possible. In other words, what I'm saying here is in our haste to get started, we overlook all of the important setup that needs to happen before you can start utilizing your CRM in the best way. Now, this is equivalent to you purchasing something off of Amazon, whether that's a desk, whether that's a chair, whether that's a shelf, and then just going based off of the picture in the front. You get the item delivered and then you automatically take everything out of the box and try to create your own vision on what that chair, that shelf should look like without taking the time to actually understand what goes where and why. Now, I'm not saying that strategy doesn't work because truth be told, I use that strategy quite a bit. But what I'm saying is that it's not the most optimal. Oftentimes we find ourselves not utilizing to the best of our ability what we ended up purchasing. So when you get your CRM, I highly encourage you to play around with that CRM for the first couple of days. Really try to understand the functionality behind it. Really try to stress test it, because I would much rather you spend those first couple of days to really understand if this is a CRM that's actually going to solve your needs, because at that point you can just send it back. But more importantly, now that you know how to operate it, then you're able to upload your entire database and aren't going to find yourself tagging your clients indirectly or firing off emails accidentally that you didn't mean to. Those types of mistakes are easily avoidable. Now, mistake number 4 is overcomplicating your CRM. Listen, we would all love to have a fully functioning, automated CRM for our real estate business. Every single one of us would love that, but that's just not a reality. That doesn't exist. And unfortunately, our tendency is oftentimes to try to get to that full automation by us overcomplicating the entire process. We start creating tags, we start creating rules, we start creating complications for ourselves and our business. And we all know that deep down, complexity is the enemy of execution. But unfortunately, by the time we establish our system, we've overcomplicated the entire process altogether that we stop using our CRM because now it's much more painful to utilize and leverage our CRM. We start using our phone and our Excel sheets and our pieces of paper far too often. So starting out, keep things simple. Keep the main thing the main thing. And as you get going and as you get better with your CRM, then start integrating some different automations. Then start leveraging the CRM itself or some adaptations, some connections to improve your workflow. Now, the sixth mistake is one that I fall into time and time again. It doesn't matter which CRM I end up going with. This is just more of a general issue, and that is hiding behind our CRM. Listen, real estate is a contact sport, and we know that. We as salespeople, we understand that we have to get out there. Yet we continue to hide behind our CRM. We hide behind the landing pages, the emails, the text, and everything in between. And I don't know if you can relate, but it seems that I personally do everything possible not to get on the phone, not to get on the Zoom, and not to get face to face. So sometimes, and I know it sounds a little bit weird to say, it might be to your benefit not to have that fully functioning CRM that does everything. Because if you don't have that email autoresponder and that text autoresponder to hide behind, then it's going to force you to actually do the work. Now, I know you weren't expecting to hear that, but if we as salespeople are expecting the emails and the text to do all of the conversion, we're going to be waiting a long time. We're selling real estate. We're not selling shoes. We can't get away with sending off an email with a 30% coupon hoping somebody buys the fall fashion. So as opposed to hiding behind our CRMs, let's use our CRM as leverage to help us facilitate our workflow. Now, the sixth mistake that you can make is going with an unproven CRM. Now, trust me, I'm a big fan of the little guy, and this is coming from somebody that just had a startup. So Agently is a company that we launched 2 years ago. So I fully understand the startup culture and the startup issues. So with that being said, trust when I'm telling you that sometimes it's better to go with the proven CRM. Many times it's okay to go with that industry leader or one of the most commonly used CRMs because there's probably a reason for that. And the huge benefit that you're getting with a commonly used CRM is that you have a network of individuals that you can instantly tap into for advice, for any strategies that they might be doing that you might be able to adopt. And most importantly, chances are that if a CRM has made it to a more recognizable status, that they have a decent support structure. So in other words, you're not the guinea pig. You're not the one stress testing the CRM. And again, I have way more experience than a normal agent when it comes to prop tech. I was one of the earliest adopters to Remind and the leading educator for Remind. And I was also a very big educator for LionDesk and KV Core alike. So sometimes it's okay to go with the flow. You don't have to go with an untested CRM. And the seventh mistake to avoid when you're selecting your next CRM is selecting a closed off CRM. CRMs that do not integrate with other software out there will drain your bank account. These closed off CRMs that don't play nice with other software are a hindrance to you because even if the CRM has a good amount of the features that you want, chances are that they don't excel in each one of those features. So you have to bring in a supplemental software to really make it do what you want it to do. I'll give you an example. I'm a power user of KV Core. However, I do not use the email autoresponder system that KV Core comes with. So I have a dedicated email autoresponder that sends out my thousands and thousands of emails because in my opinion, KV Core is not equipped to do that, at least at the scale that I need it to. So whenever you're looking for that next CRM, make sure that it has direct connections to other software that you're looking to use, or at bare minimum that it connects with software like Zapier or API Nation, which is an integrator into other software. Now, if you found value in this video, go ahead and let me know the CRM that you're using right now. Go ahead and comment down below the CRM that you have, or if you don't have a CRM, just type in CRM. And if you want to see how to take your real estate business to the next level, check out this video right here.